Good morning, humanity. It is May 24th, 2021, and it's our favorite time of the week because it's Mondays with Bev and Paul. And hello, everybody. My name's Paul.
And this is Bev. Good morning.
Good morning, Bev.
Hi, Paul.
Namaste.
Oh,
I
and
heard
to you.
I heard there is a particular state in this continent that does not allow us to say namaste in our public schools.
Of course, there
It's
is.
against the law, even though they just made it okay to do yoga in our public schools. So
We are
I, I,
so
I just had to
sweet.
laugh at that.
Aren't we
So
cute?
whether it's good morning, namaste, hello, whatever that language is, we are glad you're with us today. And we are going to talk about why is BioTouch revolutionary?
Oh,
Woo, woo.
that's a great word.
Yeah, I like that word,
Me too.
and it because it just seems like anything we do out of the ordinary, we call it revolutionary.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
you know,
Why not?
yeah, it's sort of bizarre, but I always like how BioTouch, and I'm going to share the story, and then we're going to build on it because I always go back to those very first days back in 1989 when we had our very first classes in Mancos, Colorado, and there was this ex-CIA agent in the class, and he said, I've been involved in a lot of revolutions in my life. Oh, wow, I thought. I'll bet you
Yeah, I'll
have.
bet.
He said, but I've never seen as powerful of a revolution as what's happening here in this little town in Mancos, Colorado. And I thought, wow, that's a powerful statement. And he said, because this one is based on love.
Isn't that an interesting thing? Because as you and I have mentioned, and as we have been told for eons of time, there's only love.
Right, right,
So the fact that we have to say there's a revolution of love going
right.
on is kind of a weird thing.
Yeah. He said,
But
and he said
I,
that was, go ahead.
no, go ahead, finish.
He
Yeah,
said it was the most powerful revolution. He said the interesting thing that's going to be difficult for you all is how are you going to pass that revolution on and that purity to the next generation? And I
oh,
think that's the reason we do these shows, and we do them every week, and we've been doing it for years. And now we're even online with our friends over here on YouTube. We're on Nemo TV. We're on Twitch. We're on D Live, and we're here on Facebook. So we're on a lot of platforms trying to carry on with this revolution of love.
yeah. You know what it is? It's really a revolution of consciousness. Because we've said this many times. Well, there's only love going on here. BioTouch opens the door to that truth. So when you start practicing it, all kinds of things begin to start happening or restart happening in our lives. And so the revolution is what? The old ways of doing business aren't working for us. So let's try to, I don't necessarily like that word, remember who we are. Remember that we're loved. Remember that love is, it's just claiming it now because
Right.
it's always been that way. And I think that's the revolutionary power of BioTouch. It is going to help us to claim that which has always been here, that which we've always been.
Right.
That's the real revolution that's going on.
Yeah. To live in it, and
Yeah.
this it's a revolution of changing that paradigm of somebody else is going to fix me. So I have to
Yeah.
depend on the medical system, or I mean, I've just finished all kinds of blood tests, and there's all these numbers, and next thing you know, they're sending you to this specialist, and they're
Uh,
poking you here, and they're prodding you there, and they just want to give you a medication. But I've got BioTouch, and I
yeah.
know it helps me change the paradigm of not instead of all of that, but hey, okay, here's what I found out. But now I can take some responsibility. I can research. And I can do BioTouch and actually change some of those numbers or change how I'm feeling in my body. It helps me wake up, as you said, claim that birthright to be healthy, happy, and loved, and then to have some strength inside to act on it. Not only strength to act on a different direction in my life, but also to discuss things with my medical provider, my healthcare provider, my alternative complementary therapist, and that's powerful. And BioTouch gives us that inner strength, that inner knowing to be able to do that.
Well, that's what we call self-awareness.
Right.
It's when, in our vision statement, when we say it encourages self-awareness and for people to start taking responsibility for their lives, what it really means is that in that awareness, you're given the opportunity to now look at your choices and even have the awareness that you've always had choices, instead of this old paradigm of I'm a victim and I'm sick. And
Right.
so I'm going to go here and I'm going to get a pill or I'm going to get this. BioTouch is it offers us to be the observer in our lives, to make choices, whether that is to go and have that surgery and
Right.
say, yes, I'm going to do this because this is what I feel I need to do, instead of somebody saying, you're going to go have a surgery and there's nothing you can do about it.
Right.
That's a whole different approach to our body and our livingness in that body. So this is, people are like, I don't have a choice. I'm sick or I'm living in poverty. BioTouch is saying, oh, you have always had choices. This is offering you a new way of looking at yourself and your life and how you can make those different choices that will impact on the quality of your livingness. That's the revolution.
Right. and
That's the beauty of this.
it brings up an interesting point. Just last week, I met with my primary care physician, who happens to be in the integrative medicine field as an MD. And she's very excited. She has a support group with her patients, and they do it virtually right now. And she's very excited about presenting BioTouch to her patients
Awesome.
as a complement to their healthcare program. And
Right.
what we're just
Right.
talking about here is exactly it. To get more medical professionals encouraging these kinds of touch healing techniques, complementary therapies, to add to your program. And it'll take the edge off. If BioTouch does nothing else we found in the research, it takes the edge off. We call it
Yeah.
stress reduction.
Right. Exactly.
you know,
Exactly.
and
And able to, and in when you have reduced stress, you're more present, aren't you?
yeah,
You're then in those, if nothing else, BioTouch in that stress reduction allows us to be more present with ourselves, to think clearer, to make those choices, to be more aware of those choices that we can make. And not, that's, I think that's been one of the things that have gotten in the way of humanity's consciousness, is that we have come to think of ourselves as just what bopping around, being thrown around here. And the truth about it is we've always been empowered. So there's this new paradigm thought form that you and I've been saying for a couple of years now. The new wealth is health,
correct.
because it's in that healing and health state of consciousness that we can lovingly serve here, contribute here. This is not just about in that self-awareness. Even in our vision statement, it implies that when you are through self-awareness and making those choices, then you can contribute to the betterment of the whole kingdom called humanity,
Right.
that circle that this is not just about, it begins with us, but the ramifications is it revolutionizes our thinking about who we are in relationship to everybody else.
So we're asking everybody just to start at a very simple level, which is your family.
Yep.
You know, be of service to one another. You know, teach the children how to work on grandma or grandpa. You know, teach the turn to my children and go, hey, mom needs some help or daddy needs some help. Empower our children. Empower them instead of us going through our sicknesses and hiding it from our children. Bring them into our healing and 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 let them come into ours and other family, and that's going to create that chain that will go on indefinitely. That taking responsibility for our own health care,
Yeah.
changing the paradigm of humanity's thought system about health and well-being, and oh, I don't want to tell anybody about my problems. Bring us into your problems. We all have problems.
Let's
We're all
share.
let's share. You know, it's like, you know, we create these little bubbles. We don't, and that's the power of BioTouch. If you think about it, those first 2 points where you take those two fingers and you touch right at the bottom of that breastbone, right in that solar plexus, boy, you pierce the veil.
I know.
You know, you are allowing another human being to share with you, and that you are sharing with them. And I mean, you can just see the energy and the how healing can happen in that way.
Right.
We're not.
Yeah, it's when you share, you become vulnerable, right?
Yes.
And you say, I need you to be with me. I need you to, you know, that's when healing can take place, when you are lovingly sharing something with another person and they say, oh, of course. That both, as we know, both of us in that relationship get something when we do BioTouch together.
Right.
That's the beauty of it.
It is amazing, and again, what distinguishes BioTouch and why it's revolutionary, even in the face of alternative and complementary therapies, there's no levels. Go to justtouch.com if you're listening to this on a podcast, and you can learn it right away, and you're going to be effective right away.
Right away.
There are no levels here. There is no time frame. It doesn't take you years of study and years of practice. You don't have to bring in the juice in order to give the juice. You are the juice.
Yeah, always have been. No belief, no philosophy. We touched on that last week.
Yes.
We mean it.
You are the juice. And our only job here is to keep reminding us all, we're the juice. We got the juice. Let's pass it around. Let's share it. You know, share it at the store, share it at home, share it at the bar, share it. It doesn't matter, because those two fingers, you carry them wherever you go. So
that's right.
So we always want to make sure that we're teaching a little bit on these, because otherwise you're just listening to Bev and Paul.
Which could not be a bad thing.
We won't get into that, but let's teach you a little bit. We're going to teach you something real simple today. And even if you're just listening to it on a podcast, you'll be able to hear where the points are. Find them on yourself. And this is a simple neck set. Helps with stress, helps that brain-body connection, because we're mostly sitting around our computers or watching TV, and it just releases all that stress in the neck, helps that whole nervous system open up. And here's how simple it is. It's only 3 sets of points.
The neck set is used for addressing most headaches, neck pains, and soreness of the upper back. These points are performed in matching fire on the large muscles that run along the back of the neck. Points 1 and 1 are halfway down the neck on the side of the large muscles. Points 2 and 2 are at the top of the neck on the side of the large muscles at the base of the skull. Points 3 and 3 are at the bottom of the neck on the side of the large muscles. As with any set, you may repeat the points as many times as you like. These points may be touched in any order, such as touching points 2, then points 1, and finally points 3.
Oh my gosh! And what I love.
There you go.
Yeah, and I mean, just think of it, folks. If you didn't see it, you only heard it. That's a little less than 10-year-old boy touching
Yeah.
the neck of a less than 10-year-old girl, and they're sharing this revolution of love. There's no distinction here and between race or
Gender.
sexuality or gender or thought system. It's just about simply touching that. I mean, imagine. I wonder if they'll try to make it illegal to do BioTouch in the schools too. I mean, it's like just a simple thing. If teachers would take it and apply it into their school, just have the kids do the greeting on one another before you start the class. I mean, we did have a principal at a high school who had us there doing BioTouch in the lunchroom with these kids. It transformed some of those kids' lives just with one session.
Yeah.
That's revolutionary, and it's time to get this into our social structure.
Yeah.
So
There's a lot of stress in our young children these days.
Yeah, I mean, you keep hearing about it. You turn on the TV, this whole virtual training just created this whole paradigm of stress and behind in schooling. 1 to 2 minutes, just 1 to 2 minutes, bringing this into the family, guarantee it will change the paradigm. Will change the whole.
I agree.
The whole system in the family structure. So we have other ways that we teach this too. We have a workshop coming up. This Thursday.
Oh.
Whoop. So
what are you going to be doing?
We have Paula Taylor with us. She's posted a lot on her Facebook and on her paulaenergy.com site. She's really excited about presenting because she's had her own stressors with endometriosis. It's becoming a huge awareness. People are really trying to wake up to this thing called endometriosis, and we're excited to have Paula start the dialogue with us. We hope you can join us and participate in the dialogue. It'll be live streamed, and we also will teach a few sets of points that can be used to address endometriosis. That little box there, that's a QR code. Just put your phone up to that. It'll take you right to the website, or go to our BioTouch healing site and find out more about it. Again, CE credits are available to massage therapists, nurses, and doulas. 1 CE credit is on a donation basis.
Yeah.
And our next virtual training, again, there's another CR code. Click on that. It'll take you right to signing up. I love those things. I don't know if
that's like high tech.
Right. I don't know if you've seen them yet, but
I have.
Yeah, the little purple with the logo in the middle.
Yeah.
Wow. Next class, Saturday, June 5th. 8 CE credits for only $60 for massage therapists or nurses or doulas. $48 if you're anybody else. Go to justtouch.com and sign up under Learn Now, or click on that QR code. So our goal here, again, as we've always told you, is to teach BioTouch. And we'll do whatever it takes. You let us know. How can we help you? You want to have a touch-aware party? We'll be there.
Touch-aware. Oh, that's clever. I like that. Touch-aware.
If you're having a wedding and you have your, what was it, the Sunday bar? I remember where you make sundaes, and I saw it on Big Bang Theory, and then I remember Kai did it at her wedding. You have this big bar where you have ice cream and all the stuff. We put a BioTouch table right there next to it, right where you're doing the photographs and stuff like that. So
why not?
Put BioTouch in your wedding party or your birthday party. We'll come wherever you want us to be because we love BioTouch. It's a revolution, and we're encouraging you to participate in it. So, good job, Bev.
Same here, Paul. It was great to be with you today.
Yes, and it's great to be with all of you. And again, we'll see you all hopefully Thursday for endometriosis. Otherwise, we'll see you next Monday, which is Memorial Day, but we'll be here.
Oh.
See you, Bev.
See you, Paul. Have a great day, everybody.
I can feel the pain, sunshine or rain, so it's not caused by the weather, but it doesn't hurt that much after I feel your loving touch and we spend some time together. take my pain away each and every day. You're an angel from heaven on high. Your butterfly touch helps me heal so much, and I get better as time goes by. You take my pain